It's the all-new Sportsvisions with Dale Williams and DJ Jones, your 1980 national champions. 1980 and 81 SEC champions, two damn good dogs.
Welcome to the all-new Sports Visions. I'm DJ Jones, joined by my good friend and traveling partner, Dale Williams. How are you, sir?
What's up, player?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I tell you what, we had an opportunity to go down to Mobile, Alabama, home of the Senior Bowl, and go check out the college prospects, or at least the pro prospects down there in Mobile, man. Got a chance to eat some good seafood.
That's right.
I tell you, man, you know what? I'm refreshed and ready to go.
Ready to go, man, and really a lot of diamond in the roughs down there, DJ, in Mobile, and a good throwing of the Senior Bowl.
Coming up in just a little bit, we'll talk a little bit about the Senior Bowl. We also have Jordan Hill, sports writer extraordinaire from the Ledger Enquirer. He writes about the prep sports in the Chattahoochee Valley. And, of course, we'll have an opportunity to break down the Super Bowl, which is Super Bowl Sunday. Dale, what you already have your Super Bowl party planned?
Got it. Not really. I just sit in the skybox and just watch it and call plays.
Hopefully you have your Super Bowl party planned, because obviously this is a big weekend. This is the biggest weekend in sports, and I know that you're ready. All that and more coming up next on Sports Visions.
Every remaining 2017 commercial vehicle must go now. At Headquarter Nissan, over 30 vehicles to choose from, all with a lifetime warranty, all priced to sell. Now drive a new cargo van. Closeout price just $26,990. Or a new compact cargo van, just $18,985. Plus, get a lifetime warranty, identity protection, and much more, all at no extra cost.
You feel like you bought from the factory. Headquarter Nissan.
Welcome back to Sports Visions, and we're joined by the Columbus Ledger Enquirer sports writer, Jordan Hill. Welcome back to the show, Jordan.
Dale, I appreciate you having me back. Excited to be back, talk a little high school sports.
All right, man. Let's get right to it. Now, we got a signing day that's coming up here. Talk to us about some of our top players and where you think they're going.
You know, I think that the early signing period back in December has kind of changed the way that this signing period is going to be. And for the Columbus area, the two guys to really watch, Justin Ross, receiver, five-star over there at Central, and Caleb Johnson, linebacker, defensive lineman over at Northside. Those are the two guys I think that a lot of people will really have their eyes on. Kind of up in the air to see where these guys will go. From what I've seen, Justin Ross, it looks like it's going to come down to Clemson or Alabama. Couldn't really go wrong with either choice, the way both teams have been playing. And then Caleb Johnson over there at Northside, probably Florida or Georgia. Go ahead.
What other surprise guys are out there that you think flying under the radar?
Marco Lee, running back over there at Hardaway. I think that he's a really talented guy in the area. He's kind of one of the guys that kind of come to mind. That will be worth watching. I think maybe like a Western Kentucky, somebody like that. And, really, for the most part, a lot of those guys that I would kind of point to had signed early. They took care of it, and I think that was really helpful for them. Go ahead and set it aside, make sure that, nothing crazy happened, because we've seen all kinds of wild things with the signing day. Offers being pulled, stuff like that. They kind of took care of it. But Marco Lee over at Hardaway, that's a guy that kind of comes to my mind.
All right, let's switch gears and let's talk a little bit about the high school basketball scene around here. What teams are hot, what teams you think are going to win state and go farther, or talk a little bit about basketball.
Really, the team, boys and girls, that kind of is just, miles ahead of everybody else is Carver girls. They've done a really good job. I believe at this point they've only lost one game this year. Just really rolling through the competition. Their region tournament's going to start this coming Monday. And I think that they've got a really good shot to roll through that. I think they've got a shot in Class 4A. They got to the championship game last year, ran into Columbus, and lost in overtime in a heck of a game. I think they got a shot to not only go back to that game, but to win it this time. And they're really fun to watch, and they get a lot of production all over the place. Some of the other girls' teams, Marion County's a pretty good team there in Class A. You got Central Talbot in there, too. There's a lot of really good teams, but really, on the girls' side, it seems to be Carver, and then everybody else is kind of running for second. Over on the boys' side, Carver boys have shown that they're really talented, that they've got a shot in Class 4A. Manchester, a 1A school, still undefeated. I went and watched them play Harris County, a 5A school, on Saturday, and, man, they were lights out. I mean, they'd slow one scorer down, and then three more would just come up and drop, a lot of points. I think they've got a really good shot. They got Anzie Hardman, the head coach, who's won several championships over at Taylor County. They've got the experience. I think they've got a really good shot to win a championship and probably do it undefeated. It's been a fun team to watch. Going across the border over in Alabama, I think Central Phoenix City with Justin Ross, who is playing basketball for them as well.
Right.
They've already wrapped up their area. They're going to have their area tournament before too much longer. They've got a really good shot. They always have a really talented team there with Bobby Williams as the head coach, and I think that they've got a really good chance to make some noise there.
Talk to me a little bit about some of your girls and your boys, some of their high-dollar players, their big-time players this year.
Well, starting really with Carver girls, Olivia Cochran, she's been a force. She was over at Hardaway before, and she has transferred over there, and she's just a really powerful forward that can make a lot of noise. Another team I didn't talk about on the girls' side, Harris County.
Okay.
Jessica Carter, a player that's already signed with Mississippi State,
Right.
and a really big, 6'6" forward who I watched her almost drop a triple-double
Wow.
this past Saturday when they played Manchester. Nobody can stop her, and when you got that size, especially, playing so many different teams across the state, nobody can stop you. You just pretty much throw it up to her. She's somebody that makes a lot of noise, and I expect to keep going in the Class 5A tournament and really wreaking havoc on anybody they run up against. On the guys' side, I would say that A.J. Watts over at Carver, he kind of is the guy that it starts and stops with, offensively and defensively. If some of the other guys are having kind of an off night, if he gets going, man, they really light it up. And with Manchester, you got guys like Janelle Hill, Jerquavion Mahone, who actually played football, and he's going to go play football at Kentucky.
Wow.
And so, yeah, there's a lot of talented guys, and it's going to be fun to watch them, across the state take on some of the best teams in a few weeks.
Okay. Well, thank you, Jordan, for the show, coming by the show. And really, that's going to wrap it up for right now. But either way, we'll be back. This is Sports Visions.
Come on out to the Office Sports Bar and Grill. Whether meeting up with friends, colleagues, or family, you will feel right at home. We have live music from local artists, happy hour from 4 to 6 daily, and outstanding daily specials. The Office Sports Bar and Grill is not your typical sports bar. Come, eat and drink like a boss.
Why is Headquarter Nissan number one? Well, that's simple. Our value plan. Here, let me explain. With our exclusive value plan, you get a ton of extra value with your purchase at no extra cost. You get a lifetime warranty, plus identity protection, plus theft protection, plus key and remote replacement protection, plus paintless dent repair. We are the number one dealer offering the number one value.
You feel like you bought from the factory. Headquarter Nissan.
Hello, everybody. I'm DJ Jones. You might know me from my athletic career at Carver High School, University of Georgia, or my sports broadcasting career. I know a lot of people, but when it comes to an attorney I trust, I call Forrest B. Johnson.
I'm Forrest Johnson of Forrest B. Johnson & Associates. And I want to let you know how proud we are to be a part of your community, a part of the Columbus community and the Phoenix, Alabama community. Consider us first. When you or any member of your family has been involved in an automobile accident, remember, car wreck, get a check.
Call now, 706-223-5380. Call now.
And welcome back to Sports Visions, Dale. Going down to the Senior Bowl, brings back some memories for me, obviously, as a player many, many years ago, back in 1984. I had the opportunity to go down and participate in the rules in the game was a lot different than it is now. It seemed like they have more restrictions, if you will. I know as media people, we used to have the opportunities, you and I, several years ago, we could, we had our run of the place. And now with the NFL Network's involvement of them taping the show, they don't let anybody on the field, and the scouts, the media, everybody's in the stand, and it doesn't make it as inclusive as it once was.
Yeah, I think really Phil Savage, the executive director of the Senior Bowl, had a lot to do with that, him being a general manager, him being a playing personnel guy, intern, knowing it, laying everything out for the scouts and actually for the other general managers. I think they had a lot to do with it. It's all business, all for the NFL and making everything available for all those scouts that are.
Looking at it from the outside in, and again, as a player, that was the biggest show, not just in town, not just in Mobile, but that was a regional deal. That was almost a national deal, certainly for the scouts and coaches of the NFL and the general managers and executives. They all are there no matter what. But it just seemed like the festivities and the pageantry around the Senior Bowl. I know that it's like a week before Mardi Gras, but the Senior Bowl stood on its own because
That's
the
right.
best players from around the country came in, and now you have a lot of kids. Their agents are telling them to bypass that, get ready to go and go to the Senior Bowl, or at least go out to the combine, go to the academies and train, and get ready for the combines, and you don't take the risk. But it's still a great event. However, it just something is different.
Well, really something is definitely different, DJ. Again, we talked about it all last week. It's a job fair, but one of the biggest things that I saw the difference of it, is that it is more geared for that general manager, that player personnel person. They really want to evaluate the talent that is already there. It still is a great opportunity for a diamond in the rough, a guy that's not on somebody's board, to get on somebody's board. So I think really that is the biggest objective, but it's definitely a difference that goes on, with these millennial players now. Some, they don't want to play, they don't want to risk getting hurt in the Senior Bowl. Well, you got others, they got to go. They got to go in, they got to show people, they got to get on somebody's board. But I really, it's a big difference from the business side. We talked about that, sponsorships, all those things, all the fanfare. It's really with Phil Savage, I think it's really the biggest thing. It's all about business.
I know several weeks ago when we were announcing that we were going to go down and cover it, I was really excited. I was like a kid in a candy store because we were talking about, at that time, the early preliminary rosters had, Nick Chubb, Sony Michel, Lorenzo Carter, and Davin Bellamy from Georgia, and some of the likes. But, as the weeks went on, they ended up dropping off. And, lo and behold, we still have Baker Mayfield, the outstanding quarterback from Oklahoma, Josh Allen, the projected first-round pick from Wyoming, and Isaiah Wynn, who had a heck of a Senior Bowl week from Georgia, the big offensive lineman, man. And you know what? They're talking about him being a first-rounder. He played himself into a first-rounder in that doggone in that game.
That's right, and that's the major objective, and I think the Isaiah Wynn piece was big. He definitely made himself look good. I think the Baker Mayfield piece, I think really some things still out, but I think this guy wasn't ready to I guess there's all this family stuff going on. I don't think he was ready to compete. But the Josh Allen piece, he played his way into being a #1 pick, and I think really that's going to bode well for him at the combine. I think Baker Mayfield's got some more work to do, and he's probably going to do a better job at the combine. But the Isaiah Wynn piece, man, that was real big. And there's a lot of players that played in the game that really helped their stock in this year's draft.
One in particular that I want to talk about, and I know that the coaches were talking all week long about it, and again, we're talking about a young man that not only did he have a good week, but he basically took, I guess, the shine away from some of the guys that were supposed to shine. But Shaquem Griffin out of the University of Central Florida, he's playing with, of course, he doesn't have a left arm, and but he's been able to make a way for himself on the collegiate level, and certainly the scouts are talking about him being possibly a great, certainly a special team player and possibly a linebacker, because he's a tweener. He's a linebacker, safety kind of guy. His twin brother, actually is in the league right now, but. Big shout out to Shaquem Griffin from University of Central Florida.
Really with his handicap, DJ, not having a hand, I really think that he knows how to play with that handicap. I think one of the biggest things I saw him do, he is a pass rusher, and just like you say, he's a tweener. But DJ, when he gets low to the ground, there's no offensive lineman that can block this guy. I think as a speed rusher, somebody that bowls there with like the Vikings or the Seattle Seahawks, this guy's going to be able to make some plays, and I hope he doesn't get, tossed aside just because of his handicap, because I think he can make some plays. Everybody needs a pass rusher.
Absolutely. All right, we're going to take a short break. This is Sports Visions.
Hello, everybody. This is James at Headquarters Nissan. You guys got to come out here and check out our new inventory. We got over 160 vehicles in stock. We got so much going on new cars. We got 0% for up to 72 months. We got up to $10,000 savings on Titan, 5,000 rebates on certain vehicles. You got to come out. I know it's time now for income taxes coming back. A lot of people got those income taxes. I'm going to start keeping a lot of cars in that range, because I know there's people out there who don't want that $15,000, $20,000 car. They want that car $5,000, $7,000 for whatever. So I'm going to try to hold on to some of them. So you got to come out here before you get that check. I know it's going to be burning in your pocket, and you don't want to go to one of the little small lots or somewhere out here and make a quick decision, then try to come and trade over here with me. It's hard to hold on to it, so you got to come to Headquarters Nissan. We got so much to offer. We got certified pre-owned out here. We got an awesome rental car department. We got a great service department. We're taking extended hours. You got to come to Headquarters Nissan. You got to get off that couch. You got to come out here. We got such a great response right now. on our certified. We got special assistance. We got on pre-owned cars as low as 1.9% interest rate. We got even rebate on certain pre-owned, and we able to match some of that down payment money. So I'm telling you, bring that rebate money, bring that money out here for them income taxes, and come to Headquarters Nissan, and we want to hook you up. This is James again. I appreciate it. I'm going to say get off the couch, come on out here and see us.
Come on out to the Office Sports Bar and Grill. Whether meeting up with friends, colleagues, or family, you will feel right at home. We have live music from local artists, happy hour from 4 to 6 daily, and outstanding daily specials. The Office Sports Bar and Grill is not your typical sports bar. Come, eat and drink like a boss.
Give your gathering something to gather around. Try catering at Chick-fil-A.
And welcome back to Sportsvisions Deal. It's now time to talk about, of course, the biggest event, the biggest sporting event in the world, the Super Bowl. This is the most watched event of all time in history. And you know what? I think that this year it might have a blemish on it because Philadelphia is in it, and of course they're going up against the big bad New England Patriots.
Well, you know, DJ, I think really it's going to be an interesting Super Bowl because, you know, as the public sees it, you know, well, it's the New England Patriots back in there. They're going to win again. But I think different. I think even with the Philadelphia piece being there, new team coming in, Bud Peterson doing a good job, Philadelphia having a good defense, I think it's going to be interesting. But you know what, DJ, and I'll go on record as saying it, I don't think that many people are going to watch the Super Bowl.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. It just doesn't have that appeal that it normally does, but it's still the Super Bowl. So the people internationally, they're going to watch it because they're not as involved with the rivalries and the matchups as we are here stateside. Right. But the fact of the matter is that, you know, it is what it is. It's a Super Bowl, and it's the creme de la creme. But, you know, going in, there's so many storylines, but none more intriguing than Tom Brady and what he's been able to accomplish in his illustrious 18-year career.
I mean, really, it's always about Tom Brady, you know, but the New England Patriots, Bill Belichick, when they get into a position like this, they usually win. But, DJ, I'm looking for a surprise this year. I'm just kind of thinking something
You're
different.
Looking for a miracle.
Well, if you call it what you want to, I'm going to be surprised, but I'm going to go out and I think there is a formula to beat the New England Patriots. The New York Giants have done it in the past years, but I think one of the things, you got to keep pressure on Tom Brady. And even when you get a lead, you got to play that you don't have a lead. You just turn the scoreboard off, DJ, because really, if you don't keep pressure on Tom Brady the whole entire game, you're going to have some problems. He's going to get comfortable, and then he's going to pick you apart. But if you get him tap dancing and keep the pressure on him, relentless pressure, DJ, throughout the game, regardless of the score, I think then the Philadelphia Eagles have a chance.
But, you know, time and time again, certainly in the last 7, 8, 9 years, man, you know, you talk about what it's going to take to beat Tom Brady. Yet and still, here this guy is playing for a record number, his 5th, 6th Super Bowl victories, played in it 8 times. I mean, this guy's phenomenal. And sometimes they'll, and you know as well as I do, coaches and players that are special, it's nothing you can do. You got Bill Belichick, you got Nick Saban, you got Tom Brady. Those are the kind of guys. We played with a Herschel Walker.
Right.
These are the kind of people that, I mean, they're one-in-a-lifetime kind of guys. And, you know, there's nothing that can be said and nothing that can be done. All we have to do, and I've learned this the hard way, is just to celebrate the greatness of who they are to enjoy the time that we're in, because obviously these are some special people that, you know, they'll be talking about for the rest of the time, you know, till the end of time.
Well, you know, Tom Brady, again, he is the GOAT, DJ. Take nothing from this guy. You know, statistics and the championship speaks for himself. But I think really there is a formula. They just got to follow the formula. Bill Belichick's got a great system. He's going to have his players ready to play. But I think Philadelphia has a team that can surprise these guys and win this game. I think really from the Nick Foles piece, that's good. But the Carson Wentz goes out, Nick Foles comes in. This might be his opportunity, but they do have a defense good enough to get after Tom Brady, make some plays here, make some plays there, and forget about the scoreboard, whatever the scoreboard is, but continue to keep relentless pressure on him. I think that's going to be the key. If not, you know what, New England have their 6th Super Bowl championship.
You know, one thing about it is that weather won't be a factor, even though it might be
Thank
outside.
God.
But they're playing in the new stadium that Minnesota has, and it's enclosed, and they'll have the elements in their favor, which obviously, from a standpoint of sloppiness or just good gameplay, we know we'll have great conditions. And you know, with Philadelphia obviously having the great defense, Tom Brady, and of course, you know, with the great offensive mind that he has and the brilliance of picking apart defenses, you know, it's something to look forward to.
It looks forward to, DJ. It's kind of remind when we went to Dallas, when they had the ice storm and all the bad inclement weather in the Pittsburgh Green Bay game. I think one of the biggest things that we're going to look at after the fact is how the business, you know, acclimate, how the sponsorships went, how did the fans really enjoy being in Minneapolis, and that's going to tell whether there's another Super Bowl in a cold weather city.
All right, let's get down to it. You've already made your pick. You say you're gonna take Philadelphia.
I'm gonna take Philadelphia, man. An upset, one of the biggest upsets of all time. But I'm gonna take Philadelphia.
And I got to go with my man Tom Brady. Again, I'm just proud to know that I've had the opportunity. And when you think about it, Dale, Tom Brady, Muhammad Ali, Michael Jordan, Herschel Walker, these are names that we, in our lifetime, in our era, that you know, when we're dead and gone, we've had the opportunity to see some of the greatest of all time, and certainly Tom Brady is right up there at the top.
Well, you know, really, Tom Brady's at the top, but DJ is good that I'm not a gambler, because at the same time, I can be aggressive in my picks, because I ain't putting nothing up on the table. So, you know, it's for recreational use only, you know, but I think it's going to be an interesting game, and for the sake of a NFL football fan, I hope it's a good game.
Absolutely. I tell you what, we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back after this.
Hey, Steve, check out this guy's leg.
Yeah, looks like a real nasty moving back in with his parents.
What? No, I just broke my leg.
No, this is a full-blown move into the basement. You're gonna be out of work. Without that money from Aflac, you might miss your rent.
Oh, I just moved out.
Bummer, man. Hey, I used to have my own place.
Yeah?
Nah, I live with my mom. But it's cool.
Health can change, but the life you love doesn't have to.
Every remaining 2017 commercial vehicle must go now. At Headquarter Nissan, over 30 vehicles to choose from, all with a lifetime warranty, all priced to sell. Now drive a new cargo van. Closeout price just $26,990. Or a new compact cargo van, just $18,985. Plus, get a lifetime warranty, identity protection, and much more, all at no extra cost.
You feel like you bought from the factory. Headquarter Nissan.
Give your gathering something to gather around. Try catering at Chick-fil-A.
And welcome back to today's final segment of Sports Visions. Dale, I tell you what, man, you know, there's not a bigger weekend over the course of the year.
That's
Super
right.
Bowl weekend. This is the weekend that everybody, you know, is in front of that television. But for whatever reasons, we got Philadelphia going up against New England, which it's almost against David and Goliath.
Yeah, well, you know, David won.
Well, I think that we're going to have to change that scenario, because I just don't think that there's a snowball chance in hell that the Philadelphia Eagles are going to beat the New England Patriots.
Well, I believe in the Bible. I'm going with David.
I hear you, buddy. I hear you. Also, want to let you know that we do have a date for you for our Sports Visions Female Athlete of the Year Awards Luncheon. We're so proud that we're able to honor the top high school female athletes in East Alabama and West Central Georgia. Thursday, April the 19th, 11:30 at St. Luke Ministry Center. We're going to have an opportunity, Dale, to honor the top female athletes in the Chattahoochee Valley, East Alabama, West Central Georgia.
That's right, for the third time. You know, this is our third year, DJ. I talked to some of my coaches and athletic directors, and they're ecstatic. They would want to do it tomorrow if they could. But it's going to be a great outpouring of people. And really, you know, DJ, one thing I can say, you know, not to pat ourselves on the back, you know, if we don't do it, who's going to do it?
Absolutely. And I know there's tons of folks out there that want to do it, they say to do it, but there's a lot of work involved and
That's right.
a lot of coordination. But again, I just thank God that He's given us this platform. He's given us those great community partners out there who trust us with their brands to honor and celebrate not only our female athletes, but our football players as well, because we made quite a name for ourselves with the Sports Visions football luncheon as well.
That's right. Now, young ladies in this community, East Alabama and West Central Georgia, are doing a great thing around here. But really, DJ, and we've always said that the girls are actually a little bit ahead of the guys right now, and I think really we need to, let people know how good these girls are, ladies are doing.
What I'm most impressed with is that when we honor these ladies for their football, or at least for their basketball, tennis, track and field feats, their athletic, or at least their GPAs are so much higher. It seems like, we honored 50 girls last year. 30 of them had a 4.0 or 3.5 or better. And that was crazy.
That was real crazy, DJ. But then the other thing, they're involved in 2 and 3 sports, from cheerleader to being homecoming queens to volleyball to basketball, to soccer, softball. I mean, really, it's amazing to see some of these candidates in these nominations from all these schools. But really, the young ladies are doing very well in this market.
So you help us spread the good news. Thursday, April 19th, 11:30 at St. Luke. That's right, we outgrew the Hilton Garden Inn. We had 175 capacity. Now we're up over 250, and that's where we're going with this on this new date. But again, if you're a decision maker out there, or if you know that your boss is interested in getting your company involved with, of course, helping us celebrate and honor these young ladies, give us a call. My number is 706-681-1136, and Dale's number is 706-681-5192.
That's right. And, anytime everybody can make a difference, but really this is real big. And like I said, these young ladies deserve all the recognition they can get. We have a lot of diamonds in the rough around here.
Well, that's going to do it for all the time we have for today's show. For Dale Williams, I'm DJ Jones, reminding you to keep your eye on the ball. Have a great week.
Be sure to check out our Facebook page, Sportsvisions TV Show, or our website, www.sportsvisionsusa.com.
Why is Headquarter Nissan #1? Well, that's simple. Our value plan. Here, let me explain. With our exclusive value plan, you get a ton of extra value with your purchase at no extra cost. You get a lifetime warranty, plus identity protection, plus theft protection, plus key and remote replacement protection, plus paintless dent repair. We are the #1 dealer offering the #1 value.
You feel like you bought from the factory. Headquarter Nissan.
Hello, everybody. I'm DJ Jones. You might know me from my athletic career at Carver High School, University of Georgia, or my sports broadcasting career. I know a lot of people, but when it comes to an attorney I trust, I call Forrest B. Johnson.
I'm Forrest Johnson of Forrest B. Johnson and Associates. And I want to let you know how proud we are to be a part of your community, a part of the Columbus community and the Phoenix, Alabama community. Consider us first. When you or any member of your family has been involved in an automobile accident, remember, car wreck, get a check.
Call now, 706-223-5380. Call now.
Give your gathering something to gather around. Try catering at Chick-fil-A.
Hey, Steve, check out this guy's leg.
Yeah, looks like a real nasty moving back in with his parents.
What? No, I just broke my leg.
No, this is a full-blown move into the basement. You're going to be out of work. Without that money from Aflac, you might miss your rent.
Oh, I just moved out.
Bummer, man.
Hey, I used to have my own place.
Yeah?